Yes. Welcome back to another stream. Play ratings time for yesterday's big crunch game against Arsenal. Apologies for being late. We actually had technical issues. Like, do you know what I mean?
We did have technical issues.
You know what I mean? There's an actual reason behind this lateness. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you lot always an
we could have gone live, but basically I wouldn't have been able to hear Jordan, which would have been a bit of an issue.
Everyone would have heard LB, and I'd have heard LB. We'd all been basically just listening to you, bro.
Yeah, so that would have been a bit shit. So yeah, apologies about that, guys. We're gonna go into the play ratings. So I know you guys have been excited about this. I've seen some of your comments, man, coming in. So big up to that. First of all, make sure you guys have smashed a like on the stream. If you've not already done so, get those likes past 150 likes. Let's get those. Let's see if we can get those likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Big up to MCFC lads in the chat. Featured in yesterday's vlog, man. The vlog from Hugh yesterday was sick. So if you've not already checked out that match day vlog, go and watch it. Lads is on it. Steve's on it. I'm on it somehow. Thogden's on it as well. It's a really good vlog. The atmosphere looks mega, so make sure you go check out that match day vlog after this as well, because it's absolutely sick. And then go and watch MCFC lads as well, because he's the king of the vlogs, man. So big up to lads. Yeah, looking forward to this. Player ratings as always. We'll go through it. We've got the Xtra Club scores. We'll give you my score, give you Jordan's score, and obviously let us know your scores in the chat as well. It's going to be very interesting. Big up to Ali, by the way, with the super chat. Says, yes, Bray. We've got one hand on the trophy now. I agree. I think we've got a hand on the trophy. I think it's one firm grip. One firm grip. You know, because I said a couple of weeks ago that before the Liverpool game with Arsenal, I said Arsenal had one finger on the Premier League trophy.
I remember that. I remember you saying that.
And obviously that finger's now, they're no longer on there. But City now have one hand on the trophy. We've got to make sure that we get that other hand on it as well. Big up to Matt from the Tottenham blog with a donation. Says, get yourselves a pint on us, lads. You did the whole world a favour, a football favour last night. Humbled isn't even the word for what you did to those rats. Right, okay. Thank you for the €10 donation, Matt. However, can we just win one game at your stadium next season?
Can you just allow us to even just score a goal? Have we scored a goal there yet? Did we score this year?
I don't think so.
I don't think we scored a goal there yet. Just a goal, please.
Yeah, so I appreciate the 10. Thank you for the kind words. But just let us win one game next season as a thank you, and then we can go back to normal service regime where you beat us 1-0 every time, yeah? Big up to Strudels as well, man, with the 5. Said, just nipped to Asda for some pre-made crumble mix. But Arteta just bought the shelf out. Yes, lads. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Matt in the chat has put, we'll give you the 3 points next season. It's the least we can do. Rate that.
Right, let's get into it then. As always, we'll go through the stats of the players and let us know out of 10 where you guys are. Remember, 6 is the average. So start off with Ederson yesterday. He played 90 minutes in the game, 1 save, 1 punch. He made 83% pass accuracy, 39 successful passes out of 47. And he had 19 long balls, 12 successful, and won 1 ground duel and got fouled once. I thought I just had a bit of a weird game.
His kicking was shocking.
I've watched the game back this morning, and I don't know if it was shocking. I don't know if it was.
I mean, it was good. It weren't working.
But did it not work?
The dinks forward weren't working like properly.
Bro, watch it back without the emotion. And
Me and you were going sick at it.
Yeah, I know, but I've watched it back this morning, and it got us off to a lot of attacks. I think at the time, because you're up in the emotion of the game, you're like, fucking hell. But if you actually, I watched it back this morning, the full game, and I was like, yo, he was just dinking the ball every time over their midfield, and Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland were causing them issues. Now, there's a couple of times, of course, that we did mention yesterday in the watch along, but it didn't work, and that was typically when Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne. So the ball was dinked over to say Kevin. Haaland was further advanced than Kevin De Bruyne, and then Kevin De Bruyne lost the ball, which meant that then we was 1 man down in the midfield, and Arsenal then went on the attack. But every other time it happened, when that didn't happen, we got real success out of it. Real success. It's a bit of a weird one, man. LB, you don't even seem convinced why you're saying that. I mean, I'm pretty convinced. I'm trying to convince you guys. I watched it this morning, the full game back, and I actually didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah. I back you. Like, because I back you because we were both in the same vibe last night, and yes, when I was watching the match, of it was terrible from Ederson why he kept kicking the ball out. It was dodge. But then if you've obviously, like you say, if you watched it back this morning, then fucking can't argue with that.
Couldn't really do anything about the goal either. You know, the goal was actually a sick finish.
It was a sick finish for Rob, wasn't it? It's funny because that's just going to get overlooked that completely because of the result, but. It was actually a great goal.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a good score. I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, I was going to give him like a 7.5 or something because, funny enough, he actually didn't have that much to do, but he did help us building up at the back. But I'm bumping it to an 8. I think he deserves an 8 anyway. But I think the crying meme is worth a 10 alone.
The crying meme, man. The crying
thing is incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Top shithousery that from Ederson. The Xtra Club have given him a 7.4.
Yeah. Carl says, where do you watch the full game back? I just went on Google and typed in full game replay, and it was the first one. So
also
just type in full soccer match replays on Google, and it's just like the first link. What are you saying, bro?
Wait, Alella says that he only misplaced 8 balls, 7 of them were long balls. He had 12 successful long balls. You are so wrong, Jordan. I know what you're talking about, mate. Mate, I just said, innit? I just agreed with Lewis. Why are you crying at me for? I just agreed with Lewis. I literally just agreed with him. Yeah. Can't you watch it on the City app as well, City Plus? Is that not
yeah, but then you have to listen to that commentator, and I think he's a bit boring, to be honest with you.
Oh, is it? The one that you watched, was it Sky commentary as well? Or BT commentary? Yeah, that's pretty sick, that. I need to do that.
Yeah. Big up to Callum. Says, massive performance last night. Come on, City, the shark is bitten. Yes, Callum. What did the Xtra Club give Ederson, by the way?
A 7.4.
7.4. Okay, cool. Right, let's move into the defence then, and it was pretty much just a flat back 4, which we've not seen for a very, very long time. We've got 90 minutes played for Kyle Walker, 2 clearances, 4 interceptions. He won 1 out of 3 ground duels and won 3 out of 3 aerial duels. Passing accuracy was 91%, only misplaced 3 passes out of 32, made 2 dribble attempts, both unsuccessful. I thought he had an okay game. I didn't really think he had that much to do because he didn't really have too much defending to do because we didn't have that much defending to do as a team because Arsenal was so poor.
Didn't need to bomb forward or anything like
that.
Yeah,
didn't bomb forward. That wasn't really a thing. So for him, it was just about positional play, making sure that you're in the right positions at the right time and have a good pass accuracy, not give the ball away when you don't need to. Of course, his passing accuracy was good. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did well. In fact, I think a couple of people mentioned Martinelli. I think a telling point is that there were times whilst Martinelli was on the pitch that Martinelli just went into
the midfield, didn't he? Yeah,
just because he was just like, I can't do anything. So yeah, I can't really give him a massive score because he didn't really have that much to do, but it was a good performance. And with that, I think as we start to approach closer and closer to that Real Madrid game, I personally think Ake will probably be back for Real Madrid. We're going to be having a big conversation about whether or not Kyle Walker starts that Real Madrid game. So that's good for us, of course. I'm going to give him a 7.8.
Oh, you stole my thing there. To vary, I'll give him a flat 8. I'll give him a flat 8. So not the same. Edge Club, they give a flat 8. Surprisingly, I didn't think they'd give him that high, but yeah, they give him a flat 8. I see a lot of 8s in the chat, by the way. I see a lot of 7.5, 7.7, 7.9. Nicked all there. I think we're all in the same range of how we feel on Kyle Walker's game yesterday. Like you say, he's definitely put himself in contention for that Real Madrid match, which pre like Nathan Ake and that him getting injured, I don't really think he had a look in because we was playing with Akanji at that right back role. But honestly, I think the way he played yesterday was solid. Mm-hmm. And as someone put in the chat before as well, he big brothered Zinchenko, and that is true. That he did big brother Zinchenko. There was a lot of times where he just bullied him off the ball. Kyle Walker was just like, "Nah, mate, you ain't getting past me like that," which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to John Stones then. Played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. Got 1 goal. He made 2 successful ground duels out of 3. He won 3 aerial duels out of 3. He made 88% passing accuracy off of 57 passes, misplacing just 7 passes in the game. 3 of those misplaced passes were long balls. He had 1 successful long ball out of 4. Also had a shot on target, which was obviously the goal. Slightly different role for John Stones yesterday to what he's been playing recently. He's obviously been playing centre mid, basically, or CDM in recent weeks. But
it was more like Bayern's second leg, where he was more like Bayern's second leg. He was very much a centre back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a centre back yesterday. And he just pressed when needed to.
Yeah.
Very calm on the ball, so composed. For me, I think right now he's probably the best centre back in world football. Genuinely think that. And another great performance, another goal from yesterday. Lovely header, lovely ball from Kevin De Bruyne. Fair play for Kevin with a great ball, but it was a lovely header from John Stones. And I think, as for me, I think he's probably on current form the best centre back in the world right now.
He also got a pre-assist.
Yeah, of course, with the long ball up to Haaland.
Great touch from Haaland.
So pre-assist.
Got himself a goal, got himself a pre-assist. I know people don't really count them in it, but it is very much made by John Stones, that attack. So I think he had a mint game yesterday. Looked solid. I think it's weird because it's a game where we did just dominate. We did. It's wild to think that, because I did not expect this game to go that way. And as much as people in the chat were giving it the 4-1s and that, or like 4-0s, or giving it the bigger, people saying 10-0 yesterday, or even like me saying 3-1 and us saying 3-1. Even then I was a bit hesitant, thinking, you know what? Like, is this going to be a lot tighter than what I think? But it weren't. We just tanked it. We were just so far the better team. And I'm actually surprised at Arsenal for that. But yeah, John Stones, incredible. I'm going to give him an 8.9.
I'm going to give him a 9.3.
Whoa, big rating. Okay. Actually, we'll give him a 9, so in the middle of me and you. I see a lot of 8.8s. I see a lot of Mr. Dutchman 9.5. I see a lot of 9s in the chat as well. I think it's right that he's around that area. But yeah, that's your rating for John Stones. I actually give him a 9, which is big.
Big up to Josh Choi with a 4. Says, massive 3 points. I woke up at 3 a.m. and it was so worth it. But does this game prove that Laporte has no place in the squad for next season? I don't think this was the game to prove that. I just think the whole season's sort of proved it. So
Laporte's gone, man. Laporte's gone.
Yeah, he's gone, Josh. Big up to Dave Rocky with a 10. Says Johnny Stones. Says Ben White has posters of John Stones in his bedroom. Wants to be him so badly. You're not that guy, pal. After seeing him being a knob after the game, I don't rate him. Says Dave with the super chat. Yeah, I mean, Ben White's a good player clearly, but he's nowhere near the level of John Stones.
Yeah, he's been weird, man.
They all were. You know what I was thinking before when I was watching the match back? That game was a culmination and the end result of months and months of forced passion, months and months of pressure building up and building up and building up. And it all came out last night to a point where they just looked physically exhausted, Arsenal, I thought. They looked like they couldn't compete. They looked like they were beaten. Soon as the game started, they looked like that team was beaten within the first couple of minutes. They went out on that pitch yesterday, in my opinion, knowing that they were going to get beat. They had no belief that they were going to win. And you saw it with the outbursts of Thomas Partey, Ben White, Xhaka, that I just think everything that's been building up all season just came out on the football pitch last night.
It did seem like a mental kind of situation where like they all came to head at one point, and that was it last night. That's why, do you know what I mean? Then everyone's lids blew off then. And
I think you could say the same about Arteta, because he had no answer to Manchester City yesterday. He had no answer.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. And which was a massive, massive surprise for me, because I thought he'd at least try something different going into that second half, especially given all the chances that we had in the first half to put the game away. But then it's like he did it. He was just like, oh yeah, just keep going, mate. Keep going, but clearly he just had nothing. He had nothing. He didn't know how to fix it, so he had to just send them out there and just carry on. which I'm shocked. I genuinely didn't think that'd be a thing. I thought Arteta would have the minerals in it to change it up a little bit, but it just didn't work.
I agree. Big up to Mohammed as well. Says Haaland's technical ability has improved so much. It has. And
absolute fact.
We'll of course speak about that much more when we get on to him. Let's move on to Ruben Dias then. Played 90 minutes in the game yesterday, made 1 clearance and 1 interception. He won 1 out of 3 ground duels and 1 out of 2 aerial duels. He had 81% pass accuracy off 80 passes, misplacing 15. Made 1 key pass in the game, 8 long balls, 2 assists, 2 successful. Created 1 big chance as well and made 1 dribble attempt unsuccessful. Thought it was a good performance from Ruben Dias for me. Defended well, marshaled the line quite well, led the team at times as well, which was nice to see. And yeah, some of his passing, playing them long balls, which was clearly a plan. It was clearly a plan because John Stones was doing it, Ruben Dias was doing it,
wasn't they?
Ederson was doing it. And yeah, John Stones will probably get the limelight, of course, because he got the pre-assist and got the goal. But I thought Ruben Dias was good, and yeah, I mean, there was nothing there for Jesus. Jesus did very little.
I think as well. I think something to look at is when John Stones. We speak about John Stones pushing forward and pressing. When it was needed into that midfield, Dias was also doing that a lot as well. It was almost like they were just rotating whoever's in the right position there to press into that midfield, which is something that we've not really seen much from Dias. We see it all the time from John Stones, but to see it from Dias is sick. It's good, man. It's good, and I think Dias is another player who's like elevating his game, especially this season. I feel like he's up to them levels. We spoke about this a few times, especially after the Bayern game. He's back at them levels, man. Them levels of like where he was when he first came and he had that 6th season with John Stones. And I think long may it continue. Guy's only 25 years old and he's smashing out performances like this. It's mad to think where he can go. And him and John Stones obviously have that sick partnership, which returned yesterday. I say returned yesterday, but it's just because I've seen them hugging. But yeah, I think Dias had a good game, man. Dias had a good game.
Yeah, no, so did I. I'm going to give him an 8.3.
I was giving him 8.5. Xtra Club have given him a 8.1.
Cool. Okay, nice. Let's go on to Manuel Akanji, who played the game yesterday. 90 minutes he played. Made 1 clearance, 5 successful ground duels out of 8, 1 successful aerial duel out of 4. 92% pass accuracy, misplacing only 4 passes out of 48. 3 long balls, 2 successful, 1 dribble attempt, 1 successful. I think he's going from strength to strength, Akanji. I think he's looking better every single game. On the ball, really starting to see his build-up play improve, and we're really starting to see him get confident in making those passes forward, those runs forward. He made a couple yesterday. It's funny because I knew before the game that Akanji playing on that left side would have been better than Laporte, and clearly Pep Guardiola's seen it as well. And it was funny because Saka yet again has done absolutely nothing in the game. He's ghosted again. I think Akanji gives Saka more problems than Saka give Akanji problems.
Yeah.
I thought Akanji was brilliant. He really, really was. And actually, on the I was listening back to the game this morning. The commentators actually said that Akanji, pound for pound, has to be one of the best signings of the season. Which
has to be 50 million pound, bro. 50 million pound. He's a mainstay in this side, which is something that we never thought would happen. We thought it'd be a backup. The guy runs it, man. He's smashing it at the moment. And like you say, strength to strength, he's definitely Akanji, man. Like he's doing bits. He's doing bits. How we got him 50 million? Dan Charles just put 50 million is a scam. Like, how we got him 50 million is wild.
Yeah,
wild. But to be fair though, apparently he wasn't having the best of times over there. But clearly City seen something, or Pep seen something.
I think with Akanji, something that I've noticed this season is that he needs to be playing with the same players and he needs to be playing with the better players. There's no surprise to me that his game has elevated since Ruben Dias has come back into the side. So I think for Akanji, it's important for him to be playing near Dias, in and around top quality players. I think if you play him in rotated sides, and again, I don't think he'll do that well. I think he needs to be with someone to tell him what to do, because I think he listens. I think that's one of his strengths, is that he listens to other players, and he needs to be playing consistently with the same players. And I think he can rotate his position. Like obviously he's got rotated yesterday, but so long as he's playing with the same players, and he's playing near Ruben Dias,
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a mainstay of the team.
I think being with Ruben Dias is a massive key as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think Ruben will tell you where you need to be at certain times. So I think that's what Akanji needs. He needs that like kind of leadership next to him.
Yeah.
And he gets that with Ruben. And look what's happening. And the guy's slamming. It's mad, isn't it, when you consider the fact that he was so good yesterday that people were like, was that his best game in a City shirt? And he he played in a position where he doesn't ever play. It's mad, isn't it? The guy Pep will be buzzing about yesterday because he knows now the versatility of Akanji is incredible.
Yeah, it was one of his best performances in a City shirt for sure.
I agree. He's been play rating wise then. I want to go high, man. I want to go high. I'm saying like 9, isn't it? I want to go high. I think he was sick.
Yeah, I think that's not an unreasonable score. I really don't. It was better than Diaz because he did more than Diaz.
Yeah, the only thing is I think I give Stones an 8.9. I think I'd have to give Stones a 9 if I'm giving him a 9.
Yeah. So Stones was better than Akanji.
Yeah. So he got a goal on the thingy, so I need to up Stones in it. So for me, Stones 9.1. I think Akanji deserves a 9, man. I think he deserves to be in that 9 bracket, bro.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was going to give him like an 8.8 or an 8.9, but I think you're right. I think he deserves a 9, so I'm going to give him a 9. Behind John Stones, but ahead of Diaz for me.
Yeah, I rate that. He honestly, he'd be empty his pocket and he's still got Saka in there. I'm telling you, man. Unreal. It's wild how Saka's been kept quiet by both Ake and Akanji.
Yeah, I'm going to start very soon. Once we've got a couple more points in the bag, I'm going to start a Saka agenda, man. I am. Yeah. I think he's been gassed up way too much this season. I genuinely think he's been gassed up way too much this season. And I'm going to start a little bit of a Saka agenda. I like him. I think he's a good player. But I think he's been gassed up too much. Go and have a look. Guys, go and have a look at his away record against the big 6 teams in the last 2 years, if you think I'm chatting. Go and have a look at it and then talk to me if you disagree.
They've also given a 9. So they agree.
Yeah. Boom. Cool. Right, let's move into the midfield then. And let's go to the CDM, Rodri, who played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 89% pass accuracy off of 61 passes, misplaced only 7. 6 long balls, 2 successful. 1 dribble attempt unsuccessful. 12 ground duels, 1-5. Didn't win any of his aerial duels. Made 2 clearances, 1 block shot, and got dribbled past 3 times. I actually thought Rodri yesterday showed just how much of a gap there is between him and Thomas Partey.
Golfing class.
If anyone talks to me now about Thomas Partey and Rodri in a same sentence, I'm just going to ignore them. Because if you watch the game yesterday and think that they're anywhere near each other, football's not for you, man. It's not for you. Rodri is a world-class CDM. Partey's a very good CDM. He's not world-class. I'm sorry. That might hurt some people, but that's just the truth. Rodri is clear. He's clear.
Rodri's clear. We've said it for ages now, bro. That Rodri's the best CDM in the world right now. Like, Islamic.
Mm-hmm.
He's sick, bro. And I think it's disrespectful to put Partey in the same bracket as Rodri at this time. Partey ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't at that level of Rodri right now. Like, it's Rodri sick, absolutely sick. The way the guy can just run a midfield is so good. And you know what I really like, and we didn't see it as much yesterday, but I really like when John Stones is inverting. It gives Rodri a little bit more freedom. So the guy's got a sick pass, man. The guy's just pinging balls about, and he does that a lot for us. And I think that's difficult. It's difficult for the opposition to. And what do you do with Rodri then? Because that's a player that you're not thinking you're gonna have to mark or do anything with. Honestly, Rodri's sick, man. Gets himself into spaces. I think it's very clear that because the gap between Phillips and Rodri is so big. That's why Rodri has to play every single game. It's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. Like, there's no challenging Rodri for that spot. And that's just the way it is. But also, it's very hard to get a player to challenge Rodri for that spot.
Yeah, I thought his work rate yesterday was unbelievable. He just did not stop running for the entire game. He was absolutely superb. He really, really was. Massive respect to Rodri yesterday. He's going to get a good rating for me.
He turned to Yaya Toure at one point. Remember?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give him. I think I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I think he deserves it. I'm going to give him a 9.
I'll give it 8.7. Yeah, I rate that. The Xtra Club will give him a 8.8. Just
Cool.
decent. Joseph say Bonsu with a 5. Yes, Joseph, mate. He says, I'm outside. He's singing a song, bro. I don't know what song it is, in it. It says, I'm outside in an AMG, Akanji. And he said, I don't know. I guess the outside in an AMG bit is the song. I don't know. Akanji, what a flop. 15 million down the drain. One horse race. Built different. Financial abomination. Get in the bin, Julian. I don't know what that means either.
That's the guy off AFTV who says he said it was a one horse race, and then just moans about City's financial fucking situation. So basically, he's unable to accept his team's failings and instead puts it all on Manchester City, which is an L mentality. I was thinking about this before. Arsenal need to look at why they've bottled the league. I've been thinking about it before. They have bottled the league, Arsenal. They bottled it. But 4 games out of win. How is that not bottled the league? Bro, they played West. They were 2-0 up against Liverpool. Drew 2-2. They were 2-0 up against West Ham. Drew 2-2. They drew 3-3 against bottom of the table Southampton. I mean, if that's not a bottling, what is?
Yeah, it's
4 games without a win. We've got 5 games left of the season. They've bottled the league. I'm sorry. They come to City yesterday and they froze. They froze.
You know what's funny when you did the video with Don Robbie, walking around the Etihad, and you were speaking about this exact thing if they bottled it, and Robbie was like, no, and he said, would you say you bottled the Real Madrid tie? And you was like, yeah, we did bottle it, and he was like, oh, okay, fairs, because that's what it is.
So for me, right, Arsenal now, they've got 2 roads that they can go down, right? The first road is to go, unlucky. No one expected us to win the league anyway. Man City and Man City spend all this money. Man City have got Haaland. Man City have got Pep. It is what it is, right? Or they can go down the other road, which is we was in a position to win this league, and then we bottled it against Liverpool, we bottled it against West Ham, and we bottled it against Southampton, and we froze at Manchester City. We went 4 games without a win. What can we do to make sure that never happens again? How did it happen? Identify. How did that happen? How do you change that from happening again? And then enforce that action. Now, if they go down road number 2, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to sit there and accept to yourself as players, as fans, as a manager, that they choked and that they bottled the league. You're going to get roasted from opposition fans. Ha ha ha, you bottled the league. It's not going to be nice. It's exactly what happened to Manchester City last year in the Champions League against Real Madrid. But if you do that, you can then accept it, and then you can look to change and improve. And that's exactly what has happened to Manchester City this season in the Champions League. Every single person last season, from the fans, the players, the manager, accepted that we bottled it and we choked at the Bernabeu. We choked, we bottled it because we did. And it wasn't nice. It was painful. It was gutting. It was emotional. And we got roasted off our opposition fans. But now look at us in the Champions League. The players have realised what went wrong in that game and are now putting it right when we're playing. Listen to the interviews of Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva after the Bayern Munich second leg. Listen to what they're saying. They understood what went wrong at Bernabeu and that they're going again and they're changing it. Now, had last season they come out of the Bernabeu in that second leg and gone, it shit happens. It's the Bernabeu. We go again next season, boys. It is what it is. It's okay. You win some, you lose some, blah, blah, blah. Then the same shit would happen again this season, and it would continue to happen. They've identified what went wrong, and they put a plan in place to rectify that going forward. And that's what Arsenal need to do this season with the Premier League, because in my view, they have bottled the league, man.
Yeah, they have to accept it and look at where things went wrong, and then process that and try and avoid that happening again. TED Talks with LB. Football TED Talk with LB. That's it. Also, the outside name G, I just realised it is that Drake song, innit? Where Akanji's singing it in the car. That's the song.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Joseph got too early for us, bro.
Yeah, it's too early, innit, bro? Daniel Thompson with the 2 says people are comparing Rodri and Casemiro. Yeah.
I think that's a closer combination.
That's all right, that. All right,
but Rodri's still clear of Casemiro.
But then people are throwing Thomas Partey into the mix.
Yeah. Casemiro is closer to Rodri than Partey is, but Casemiro is still nowhere near, in my opinion, the level of Rodri.
Yeah. Austin King with a 5 says, I love when people say we only buy world-class players. Rodri, Akanji, Diaz, Bernardo were good when we bought them, but not this level.
True.
We elevate players. We do elevate players, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. Right, let's go into the midfield then. Let's go to Ilkay Gundogan, who played 72 minutes in the game yesterday, made 45 passes, misplaced only 2 passes. That's a 96% pass accuracy. Made 1 key pass in the game, 2 long balls, both successful, 1 shot off target, 1 dribble attempt, which was successful, 2 ground duels, 1 of them successful, didn't win his only aerial duel, and made 2 interceptions. So he played a lot deeper yesterday. He played next to Rodri for most of the game and very rarely really started going forward on the advance. That was given to Kevin De Bruyne, and Kevin De Bruyne said after the game in an interview that that was the intention for Pep Guardiola. He wanted Gundogan to basically play as an extra 6 to give a little bit more freedom to Kevin De Bruyne. Kept it ticking, nothing special, not a spectacular performance from Gundogan yesterday because he's playing in that 6th position. Just kept things ticking over. Some nice passes on that left-hand side with Grealish and sort of linked up the play nicely with Kevin. Just a very professional, mature performance from Ilkay Gundogan. Yeah. He's having a great season. He's having a
mint season. It's a shame that he's having such a good season. I know we could lose him at the end of it. Kind of highlighting the fact that he's very, very important to side Ilkay Gundogan. And I think as well, a lot of people just overlook Gundogan's his impact on the team. I think people just think, oh, it's chill. I know certainly like for a few weeks ago anyway, people were like, nah, he's quiet in that, but he's crucial to the way that we play. I think without Gundo, this system doesn't work. There was a time where he could have ran through. I think Kev played a ball in behind for him, but man's pace was not there. Man showing a little signs of age, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think Gundo's been incredible this year. Thought he had a good game yesterday, helping out Rodri in that CDM role. I think as well these passes that we're doing, these little like 1-2 passes around like everyone yesterday was so sick. So sick. But yeah, I think again another good game from Gundogan. And something that you get with Gundo, which you don't get with some players, is massive consistency. It's so consistent in that midfield. It's gonna as it is with all these players. It is difficult to replace players like that, but I'm still kind of holding that hope that he signs a new contract, mate. Not too much hope because it does seem like he's getting off. But
it probably is, isn't it? It's probably gone.
It'd just be nice for the next midfielder. Say we get Jude Bellingham, for Jude Bellingham to come into the fold and have Gundogan there to kind of ease him into it, and also to be able to sponge that kind of what Gundo does, because they'd be taking Gundo's role. I think it'd be good for Gundo to be there for a season to teach the guy a bit. But you can't always get what you want. Play rating wise, then same
8.2.
Yeah, I was gonna give him an 8. I think round that's pretty fair. This is a wild one for me, bro. They're actually gonna give him a 7.3. Bro, we won the game.
That's too low,
bro,
man.
We dominated.
I think that's a little bit low for me. I do. I think it should be higher than that. I think it should be higher than that. I think
7.3 is heavy, man. I was looking at it, I was like, is this real? I had to double check, man.
The lowest for me, the lowest you could probably give him is like a 7.7.
Yeah, I agree. Lowest. I think that's that. Extra Club, you're on fraud watch, you know.
Right, let's go on to Kevin De Bruyne then. 80 minutes played in the game yesterday. 2 goals off a 0.56 xg, so massively outdoing his xg. 1 assist. He had a 75% pass accuracy off 32 passes. 2 key passes in the game. 2 big chances created. 2 crosses, both of them unsuccessful. 1 long ball, unsuccessful. He had 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, and 1 shot blocked. 1 dribble attempt, successful. He won 2 out of his 6 ground duels. He won 3 out of 3 aerial duels. Unbelievable performance last night from Kevin De Bruyne. Probably on another day should have had a hat-trick, to be honest with you.
Probably on another day should have had a hat-trick of assists.
Yeah, he probably should have had a hat-trick of assists, a hat-trick of goals. I just think yesterday, it separated the men from the boys. It separated the world-class players from the very good players. And Kevin De Bruyne is a world-class player. Kevin De Bruyne comes alive at this time of the season. Mate sent us a stat before. Listen to this stat, guys, from Kevin De Bruyne. It's an unbelievable stat. Let me get it here for you. It's let me see where it is. Here it is. Kevin De Bruyne has now played 30 Premier League and Champions League games in April and May across the past 5 seasons. And in that time, in those 30 games, he scored 18 goals and 14 assists. April and May are the months that matter. And I've said this all season. You can be top of the league all season long through October, December, January, February. It's lovely. It's lovely being top of the league. What matters and what really shows if you're a top player and a top team is when you get to April and May, the pressure's on.
Business end.
You cannot afford to lose a single game, drop a single point. That's when you see who the top players are. And Kevin De Bruyne proved time and time again that he delivers on the biggest stages.
Bro, that is... Nato, this is what a stat. That is a major stat, that. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that is a major stat. That's shocked me, that. That's a lot, that. 18 goals and 14 assists.
And you know, again, yeah. And again, you know, people have been talking about Odegaard over Kevin De Bruyne. Guys, What are you talking about, man?
Look at the game, man. One's getting subbed off and one's pulling out the worldy performance.
Odegaard's been poor for a couple of games now, a couple of weeks, bro. He's not been performing for a while now.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
You know what?
Pressure's on.
I've seen Arsenal fans fuming with him as well, you know. Like, basically say that 8-8. Someone in the chat before said Odegaard's this season's got 7 assists. Haaland's got 7 assists. Like, what?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's just in such good form. He's coming alive at the right time. He's now on 27 assists for the season, 9 goals. Unbelievable player. I'm gonna give him a 10.
Oh, yes, I wanted you to say 10. I was going 10 anyway, but I flat these out easy here. But LB's very... Have you ever seen Bake Off, yeah? With the Paul Hollywood handshake? That's LB's 10, that. He didn't give this out freely. So, yeah, I rate that.
Yeah, and I know there was probably chances that he could have put away and, you know, maybe a couple of passes here or there that he could have done better. But ultimately, what matters in a big game for players like that is doing what you're paid to do, doing what we expect you to do, create chances, put the ball in the back of the net and give us a big game performance. And that's exactly what we got from Kevin De Bruyne yesterday. So he has to get a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely superb.
Stage is set and he stood up, bro.
Yeah, exactly right. And we heard that he had a few niggles in his leg. Hopefully that's not serious.
Yeah, I can't just put that in the chat as well. Yeah, hopefully that's chill. Hopefully that's a chiller. But I think the fact that, John, we can bring on Alvarez as well. I think he's been doing quite well in that Kev role. We found out that he has a whip, which is mad, isn't it? Guy's got a big cross. Zinatalo Zinikal says Goldbridge is saying Bellingham to City almost done. You know, I didn't expect Goldbridge to be talking about that, to be honest. Yeah, pretty shocked at that. But I mean, to be fair, we've been saying this for a while, man. I mean, Didsbury Dave and that, you got to trust the sources. Dave Rocket the 2 says, gave him 7.3 because of the shot that was over. Oh, the Gundo shot. Yeah, Dave, mate. when he binned it into Rose Head. Yeah, that's what it is. Masson with a 2 says, I'm outside of AMG, Akanji, I wasn't familiar. Yeah, mate. Akanji stepped up. Akanji stepped up big. Meteor Striker with a 2 says, could he win Player of the Month this month? I think he said about Kevin De Bruyne here. It says 7 goals and assists in the league.
Mate, listen to these stats. These are Kevin De Bruyne stats in the Premier League. Liverpool, 1st of April, goal and an assist. Southampton, 8th of April, 2 assists. Leicester, 15th of April, assist. Arsenal, 26th of April, 2 goals and 1 assist.
He's got to be up for it.
I mean, is there any point even doing a fucking vote?
Has he ever won Player of the Month?
I don't know, bro.
I'm sure there's a player that's like criminally not won a Player of the Month.
I think he might. I think you might be right. I think he's never won Player of the Month, so he's got to win it this month, man. Unbelievable.
He's never won. He's never won a Player of the Month.
Don't even do the vote, man. Just give it him.
Yeah, just give it him. Kevin De Bruyne never won a Player of the Month, you know.
Yeah,
bro, that is actually some mad shit house with that.
Yeah, it's crazy. He also got an assist again. I know this is not Premier League. He also got an assist against Bayern in the away game. So yeah,
it's got to be in it. It's got to be. They'll give it Jota. Joe says. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty crazy. Dave Rocky with a 10. Yes, it's Dave, mate. Says, he doesn't go hiding with the likes of Bruno and Odegaard. King Kev is so smart. The first goal he went near post and Ramsdale predicted far post. Second goal he took the shot quickly and gave them no chance. That second goal, right, where he puts it in through Rob Holding's legs, it's so clean. Mm-hmm. The way he takes it, he like it's it rapid in it, but then like it's just like a little pass into the corner. Honestly. It's such a wild goal, that one. It's proper like, you watch it, it's sick. Like, it's a sick goal, that. It's a mint goal. It's probably eye-pleasing to watch.
He's a very intelligent footballer.
Yeah.
He's got such a high IQ of the game. Like, his shots yesterday, the goals, he knows that he doesn't have to be smacking it. You know what I mean? He just knows where to place the ball. So, yeah, top player.
Yeah, unreal. Cheers, Dave, for the 10. Michael Grasso with a 2 years. Yes,
Woo!
Michael Grasso got the GOAT badge. Says, GOAT badge after a GOAT performance. Nothing better. Mint. Yes, Michael Grasso, mate. That's a long-ass time, you know. You're another one that's a part of the furniture now. Kieran Britton with a 5 says, the way that De Bruyne picked up the ball at the halfway line and dribbled past 2 to 3 players was almost Messi-esque. It is mad how like that. It's the first goal. He gets the ball on the halfway line. Mm-hmm. He has all them defenders, bro, running after him. Like, it's mad. Mm-hmm. Guy takes it to his right and then scores from like 25, 30 yard out. Unreal. Joe with a 2 says, Didsbury Dave Rocky. Oh, Dave Rocky, mate. Are you Didsbury Dave? And Mulan with a 14. Zar says, JB, you forgot to post highlight shots. I've just not had time yet, mate. They're going up today as today's shot. JB. I'm like, it's JP. I don't know where everyone gets the B from. Geordie Body, innit? Like, I don't get it.
It's a madness. Right, let's move into the attacking lineup then, guys. 3 players left. Bernardo Silva yesterday played 90 minutes in the game. Had 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, 76% pass accuracy, 1 key pass in the game, 1 cross unsuccessful, 1 long ball unsuccessful, 6 ground duels, 1 of them won, 1 aerial duel, didn't win that one, made 1 interception and got dribbled past 3 times. Maybe a little bit of a quieter game than the sort of Bayern Munich games that he's had recently, but still a very good performance. I think he links up really, really well on that right-hand side, gives us plenty of energy, plenty of coverage, can go infield as well and can defend the midfield if he needs to. Probably on another day should have had a goal because I think the shot that he should really have scored that for me. He sort of like didn't get the best connection on the shot, but he's cutting in off the left. Yeah. He's cutting on off the right. He's left-footed. That's just he should put that away for me. But yeah, Great performance again. Very tidy. Bit like Gundogan, just kept things ticking over.
Yeah.
Happy days.
So I said the ball didn't get too much as well, which
True.
That is very fair. I think again, like you say, another class performance from him. I think the longer he keeps this up, though, man, the again like Gundo, the more we're gonna miss him. Like it's just like when you look at the team, like the team that started yesterday, bro. You've got 2 players in there, which at the end of the year we're looking at going, these could be gone, man. That's a rip, man. It's a rip, especially with how pivotal they are. Look at like Bernardo's performances against like Bayern and that, and I like this consistency from Bernardo. And we've not seen this right wing Bernardo for ages. Like, but then since like Bayern, he's turned it on, man. He's looking good in that position, and I rate it. I think the energy that he brings to the side is next level. So, yeah, I thought it was another good game from yesterday. Like someone said in the chat, then he didn't really get the ball too much, but like you say, kept it ticking over.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna give him a 7.9.
Yeah, I was gonna give him an 8. That makes sense. I see a few 8s in the chat. I've seen a 7.5 in the chat. I've seen an 8.2. Lella with a 7.9 as well. The Xtra Club have given him a 7.8.
Cool. Well, that's reasonable.
All right. It's not the Gundo 7.3 anyway.
No, I know. Let's switch sides then to Jack Grealish, who played 87 minutes in the game yesterday. 2 dribble attempts, both successful. He had 84% pass accuracy, misplaced only 4 passes out of 25. 4 key passes in the game, 1 cross unsuccessful, 4 long balls, 3 successful, 9 ground duels, 6 successful, 2 aerial duels, 1 successful. And made 1 interception there as well. I thought he was very good yesterday. I can't lie. I thought he was very impressive. Thought he gave Ben White a very, very difficult time.
Yeah.
Defensively helped out as well. I thought it was really, really impressive. Really impressive. He needs to keep this form up now. He can't go back to the old Grealish, man, where he doesn't really get involved and doesn't do much. He's affecting the game. You know what I mean? He's taking players on. He's helping out massively in the defensive jobs as well. Very, very solid performance from Jackie G&A.
And another player that we're getting absolute consistency from now. Do you remember when? I can't remember. I think it was this season, and we was looking at it going. Was looking at it with a sense of, if he can get a good run of games here, we'll get some consistency out of him. Like, and we kept talking about consistency being key. For Jack Grealish going forward, and now you don't even question it because he is just consistent. The guy's putting in consistent shifts. Like the guy is honestly, you can see that he's found his place in this team. And Pep's probably buzzing as well because obviously Pep knew what he'd be getting out of Jack Grealish and what he wants from Grealish, and he's clearly getting that. Yeah. I think his defensive work rate is next level, and he showed that yesterday. Sometimes man was in the CDM position, like he was getting back heavily. Like, and we said before the match that that's something that needed to be done from Grealish. You need that side of it, especially when you've got someone like Saka on that side who can bomb forward. But and then on the offensive, like I say, gave Ben White a terrible time, man. And I think going forward is decent. So I think another good performance for Grealish.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I'm going to give it an 8.6.
Yeah, I was going to go 8.3. The Xtra Club, I've gone with a 7.9.
Too low.
I think he should be in the 8s.
Got to be in the 8s for me.
I think
got to be in the 8s.
His defensive work rate was next level.
Yeah, and he gave Ben White a terrible time, man. Ben White got roasted yesterday, man. You know what I mean? So it's got to be lower than that for me. It's got to be higher than that. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, let's move on to Freak, man.
Freak.
It's Erling Haaland. Played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. Got 1 goal, 2 assists, 5 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 2 dribble attempts, both successful. Missed 2 big chances. Had a 74% pass accuracy off of 23 passes. 3 key passes in the game. 5 ground duels, won 4 of them. Won 3 out of 4 aerial duels, and had 1 block shot as well. Finishing, poor finishing, really, if you're being honest with you. Yeah. His build-up play, his Harry Kane style play, unbelievable.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Levels. This guy's got up levels, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny as well because we always said that Pep, we know Pep wanted Harry Kane, and for the style that Harry Kane kind of plays in. Do you know what I mean? He likes that, and it's clear that Pep is molding Haaland into that Harry Kane mold. He's basically saying, I want you to be doing what Harry Kane is doing. I want you to be dropping deep, receiving the ball. Because I feel like that then, I know, first and foremost, you want him in the box scoring goals, and he's difficult to mark as it is there. But look at yesterday, man. They didn't know what to do. Yeah. He's dropping deep. They have no idea what to do, and he's just leaving massive space in behind. And the key part is that he's taking these touches down, and he's playing the ball off. Like, I remember when he first got it, it was like, everyone was like, oh, his touch ain't it. But look at him now. The guy's changed, man. The guy is getting better and better, which is scary because he's breaking all records at this point.
Yeah, it was a top performance. And only his finishing let him down. He should have had a hat-trick. Easy should have had a hat-trick yesterday. He should have broken the all-time Premier League record yesterday. Let's be honest. He didn't. He broke the 38-game season Premier League record. Still got the other one to go. Should have been done yesterday. I'm going to give him a 9.6.
Yeah, I was thinking 9.5. So we're in the same place. He should have. Haaland should have killed that game in that first half.
Should have.
Haaland should have packed up Arsenal and sent him off in that first half. But unfortunately. Maybe Haaland just wanted the excitement in it. He didn't want it to be too easy. He's making it more difficult. But yeah, on a real, the guy should have broke both records there. Yeah, should have broke both, which is something that I didn't imagine had happened. Breaking both records. The one I was like, he'll get that. Which I think even then he was fortunate to get that. Phil Foden's touch was unreal, picking up a loose ball and passing it to Haaland. But yeah, man let his hair down and. End up scoring. I think maybe his bobble was too tight. The Xtra Club have gave him a 9.1.
Cool. First, okay, cool. Pep Guardiola tactics. I thought he got his tactics spot on in the game. Yeah. I'd give him a 10 again. 10, I think his tactics were brilliant.
I don't know how you wouldn't give Pep a 10. Tactics unreal.
Yeah, tactics were very good. The referee, I thought was poor. I thought he was a poor referee. Just don't really think that he makes the correct decisions.
Sometimes I don't know what game he's watching. Me, like I feel like soft fouls as well. He loves giving them, man.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. I thought the referee was poor, man. I really, really did. So, the penalty, honestly, is one that I've watched back multiple times.
I don't know, me.
To be fair, I understand why it is a penalty. I understand why it's not a penalty. I know a lot of people that I spoke to this morning have said it's a clear-cut penalty. Yeah, a lot of you people have said it is as well. But I understand why as well it's not a pen, because Partey does get his body in front of the ball and puts his foot down. And then effectively, Kevin's end up kicking Partey. But from the other point of view, he doesn't play the ball. But he's allowed to put his body there for me. He's allowed to put his body. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm not saying it's not a penalty, but I'm not saying it is. I think that's a really tricky one.
It's smart from Partey, right? Because he's just trying to get his body in front of the ball. Yeah. But the thing is, he has no intention of playing the ball. Kevin De Bruyne is going to hit the ball, and Partey gets in front of him.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I don't think he has to play the ball. You don't have to. No one. When you go to, you can put your body in between.
You don't have to be always touching the ball, innit?
Yeah, like, you can put your body in between the body and in between the ball and the other player. Which is what he's done, and then Kevin's basically kicked him. But then at the same time, Kevin De Bruyne is making an attempt to play. So then I flip it, but then I go, but Kevin De Bruyne is making an attempt to play the ball, and Partey's put his foot and his whole body in between the ball, not attempting to play the ball, meaning that Kevin De Bruyne is not able to get the ball, and he's therefore. But I don't know. Honestly, I just think it's a really difficult decision.
It's a very difficult decision.
So I give the referee that one, in my own opinion, because I think that was tricky.
I think had it been a tighter game though, and it was only 1-0, I think a lot more discussion would be going into that. It's fortunate that we can just overlook.
Yeah, it is. But other than that, I thought the referee was quite poor.
Also, the offside right for John Stones, yeah, it's still something that baffles me to this moment. Like it looks so clearly off, like you wouldn't believe it looks so clearly off, and then they get the lines out and it's on.
Yeah.
It just that baffles me. That sends my head. Perspectives, innit?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, there you go. They are the player ratings. Man of the match, no real surprise, goes to Erling Haaland. And last night's result completely changes the face of the Premier League now. City is still in second place. However, we are hunting them down. We are now 2 points behind Arsenal with 2 games in hand. We only need to draw both of our games in hand to go above them because of our superior goal difference. 1 win will suffice. City now play on Sunday. Arsenal don't play till Tuesday, which means that if City beat Fulham this Sunday at 2 p.m,
top of the league.
Top of the league. Arsenal can then hit back on Tuesday when they play Chelsea. And obviously, if they win that, they'll go back to the top of the league. But then City play West Ham on the Wednesday, win that game, and we go back to the top of the league. And then City then play before Arsenal. We play on Saturday against Leeds. Arsenal away at Newcastle. So the 6th and 7th of May next weekend could be absolutely crucial. City get the win this against Fulham. Arsenal beat Chelsea and then City beat West Ham. As to be expected, all those I think will happen. I think next weekend could be the big one. Next weekend could be the one where we go, you know what, we've won the league now.
There's also, there's even more pressure now on Arsenal. Because now they've got to keep up.
Well, the thing is, though, I think
do you reckon they're accepting it?
I think they accepted it before the game.
I think that's an L, though, to accept. Yeah, to be fair, they were shit, but still.
I think they accepted it before the game. You're not telling me that performance yesterday was a team that believed that they could win the league.
It didn't, you're right.
It didn't. It did not. But they did not believe they could win the league. They did not believe it. You know what I mean? And this goes back to Arsenal dropping these points in games that they should win. They got nervous. They bottled it. They bottled the league. They bottled it against West Ham. They bottled it against Liverpool. They bottled it against Southampton. They bottled it, unfortunately. And then they come to the Etihad yesterday, and they just came to admire Manchester City. They didn't come to compete. That was not a team that came to the Etihad yesterday to, you know. I said it obviously when I did the video with Robbie. I said, look, winning the league ain't meant to be easy. You're going to be going to places. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard. You're not going to have the ball. You're going to maybe get some unfavourable decisions from the referee because you're away from home. You've got to go there and dig in. You've got to go there and fight for every single ball. You got to earn the right to play. Arsenal didn't come yesterday and fight. Arsenal didn't come yesterday and try and earn the right to play football. They didn't come yesterday and earn the right to be Premier League champion. They came and they just thought, we can't win this game. Yeah, they didn't compete, man. They didn't be brave. They didn't challenge. City were brave yesterday. You know what I mean? Leaving Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland up the football pitch. You know what I mean? Arsenal didn't impose themselves. They didn't press us as good as they could. They weren't aggressive with Haaland. Rob Holding was soft against Haaland. You know, Gabriel didn't show no leadership. They started moaning, kicking off, scrapping with our players, disagreeing with the referee. They didn't show me yesterday that they believed that they could win the league, and as a result, they lost the game and were embarrassed really because they didn't show anything. And that's what I said earlier on. They've got to get together now in the summer and go, how did we get in this position where we could have been at Manchester City 11 points clear. They could have been 11 points clear of us yesterday by the time we played them.
That's wild, that, when you think about it, isn't it? 11 points clear. A win for them yesterday. 11 points clear. They go 14 points clear. League's over. League's over. You win your 2 games in hand, you're still well behind them. But they bottled it. So they have to look at themselves in the mirror in the summer and go, how do we stop this from happening again? So they've got to sort that out. They got to make moves, innit? They got to make moves. It's this business end of the season that we've spoke about for a long time about Arsenal, innit? I mean, this is the best I've done for a long time, but I think like you say, going forward into next year, I think they've got a really like look at how they can fix up in this latter stage of the season. Like you said before, but it's all good. It's all good and well doing it in the first 6-7 months. It's them. These last couple of months is where it matters, man, because you see teams fall off rapidly. It changes up. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, I think that, and this is usually when we come alive. Like we thrive. We say this all the time. We thrive at playing every 3 days.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
I think the team gets this momentum going, and that's what we're in now. How many games unbeaten is it now?
16, I think.
That's wild.
Yeah, 16.
That is wild. 16 games unbeaten is mad. I don't remember the last time we lost. Got to be Spurs, hasn't it? Did Spurs beat us?
Yeah, I think it would have
has to be, bro.
The Spurs, yeah, we're on some mad run right now. Or Southampton, maybe. In fact, I've got it here. Oh no, it was Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. Southampton was before that. Yeah, Spurs was the last game. 2nd of what? 5th of February, I think it was. Yeah, 5th of February, Spurs.
Mad.
Last game, and we've only drawn one game, a couple of games since then. We drew against Forest, but we battered them that day. Should have won. Leipzig in the Champions League, we drew 1-1, but obviously Pep was buzzing, and then we drew the game against Bayern Munich the other day, but it was already 3 pretty much anyway. So
yeah,
we're on a mint run. We're on a great run.
A really good run.
Right, buzzing. Hopefully you enjoyed the player ratings, guys. If you have, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Go and watch Hugh's match day vlog. That's up on the channel. Went up yesterday. You guys have absolutely loved that vlog.
It's unreal,
the comments are sick. So go and check that out. Let us know what you think in that comment section as well. And if you like it, you guys let us know you like it. We'll obviously get Hugh to do more of them vlogs. Goal reactions. John said he's getting them up later on. So that'll be today. And we'll see you later on for some more streams, man. So peace out, people.
See you in a bit.